Hi guys, welcome to the next installment of Chit Chat with Mac. I am Mac, and Mac is sick currently. Unfortunately, I have a bit of a cold, so don't mind my nasally-ness. I'm also feeling a little bit 90s. I just got a choker necklace the other day, cause nostalgia. I don't even care if you think it looks ridiculous. I think it looks like my 12-year-old self. Feeling a little bit vampy and gothic and 90s and whatnot today, so deal with it. I asked you guys to send me some of your questions so that I could answer them. I got a ton of them through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'm gonna answer a few of them for you today. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with Facebook. So Jake Wright asks, first song you learned to play on guitar, if you can't remember what motivated you to pick one up and learn. Well, Jake, I do remember the first song I ever learned to play on guitar. It was Hey Stephen by Taylor Swift. I remember it being so difficult to learn, even though it was 4 chords. I mean, my fingers were peeling, and that first moment when I switched from a G chord to a C chord was a miracle, and probably one of the best moments in my entire life. Really what motivated me to pick it up and learn, I just got in my head one day that, hey, I have to play guitar. It was almost like a calling. It was almost like one day something told me, go pick it up. Okay, I'm going to absolutely butcher this next name because I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I apologize. Bakshi-Viltuis? Do you want to have a unicorn or be rich forever? I mean, that is the worst decision. Unicorn, wealth, forever. Both, I'm gonna say. Mary Grace Dingall asks, what motto could you possibly give us to be motivated in playing guitar? I'm gonna go really cliche, and I'm gonna say never give up on it. That's probably my number one my number one piece of advice for beginning guitar players, or really anybody that's learning a new instrument. There were so many times where I was like, no, this is not working. But you just kind of have to persevere through it. Your fingers will, you'll earn your calluses. They won't be peeling anymore. So I promise, don't give up on it. I think that's the most important thing. George Sim asks, were you inspired by someone to do music? I was inspired by many someones to do music. I think first and foremost was my sister. She's a singer as well. She was a musical theater major in college. Anything that my big sister used to do, and that was listen to Rent and Wicked and Spamalot and so many different musicals, Aida. She was probably the first person to really inspire me to do this as a career, to watch anything she did. I mean, if she were a scientist, I probably would have wanted to be a scientist, but I'd say my sister mainly. Grecia Quetzali Jalife Velasquez asks, when did you start making YouTube videos? P.S. I love you. I love you too, Grecia. I started making YouTube videos on this channel about 3 years ago. Yeah, just kind of when I was in high school, just towards the end of my senior year of high school. Okay, let's go to Instagram. Carson Ree on Instagram asks, what is your all-time favorite film or films? I would have to say Once is my favorite film ever. I have so many different favorite films, but that probably tops the list. I'm a big John Hughes fan, so I love anything from the 1980s teen films. My favorite's The Breakfast Club. Also, I love The Princess and the Frog. That is another one that I could pop on anytime, anywhere. I love The Goonies and The Lost Boys. I like a lot of 80s films. I love Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. All my favorite movies I can watch over and over again. Mean Girls. Oh my god. I need to stop because I will keep on going with the movies here. http://carlyx asks, what was it like being on the Linda Perry project? For those of you who don't know, I was on a TV show on VH1 back in July. That's when it aired, and it was called The Linda Perry Project. I was in LA to film it last September, so September of 2013, which is crazy, over a year ago. To sum up the entire experience in one word would be completely impossible. I would say it was a big learning lesson, in good and bad ways. I think I had given it a lot of credit because I thought that it was going to be something that was different. I was a little naive in thinking that, TV producers had my best intentions at heart. I mean, I went into it knowing that reality TV was a certain way. I mean, a lot of it is contrived. Being there, you really learn that not everything is really how it seems when they edit it and put it out to the world. It was just one of those things where I put my trust in people and was kind of let down, to be quite honest with you. Again, I thought that my best intentions were in their hearts, but it was really for the sake of television and somebody else's career. But I learned immensely. I met some really wonderful, amazing people, like Noah Hunt and Van Jess. I feel lucky that I got to go out there and experience that, and to know that I kind of faced my fears made me feel like a badass, because, you know, I'd never done anything like that before. So, you know, I went and I experienced, got knocked down a little bit and yelled at. Ultimately, what I learned was there's nothing wrong with who I am and how I choose to express myself. I have so many people that really appreciate what I do. It was interesting, to say the least, to be at the Linda Perry Project. So, hey, that's the past. Let's say goodbye to that. I said goodbye to that like a long time ago. The Junkyard Studios. I love these names. Do you date boys or girls? We all love you here. I don't really date anybody. If you're asking if I'm gay or straight, I am straight. I like boys, but I don't date. I'd rather focus on other things. I just don't have time to date. I know a lot of people my age do a whole Tinder thing. I don't really date. My love life is non-existent. Brianna Layla asks, when/where did you get your passion for music? You are absolutely incredible. I look up to you so much. I love hearing things like that. Thank you, Brianna. You have a really pretty name too, Brianna Layla. My passion started for music, again, go back to with my sister. I just learned that I loved music and performing, and just from a very, very young age. I think the one moment in my life that pretty much like validated everything for me was when I was 11. I played Annie in my school play. That was so poignant for me because it was the first time that I'd ever had any kind of big role, and I was like center stage. I had to wear a big red curly wig and everything. It was like really itchy, but it was so worth it. I think that's when I really, really knew that I wanted to do music forever. Giz. He knocked on the door. Gizmo, say hi. This is my puppy, Gizmo. Oh, yes. Gizmo, say hi. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice, buddy. Sorry for that interruption. Shannon ETJE asks, how do you block all the negative comments you get? When do you want to quit YouTube? Not that I want you to, I love you. How do I block out the negative comments? I think you just kind of grow a thick skin as you continue on, because the more people that follow you, the more people are, you're gonna have that are going to say mean things to you, just like completely uncalled for things. What kind of state do you have to be in to feel like you have to go and insult somebody that's like simply making music? I chalk it up to a lot of jealousy by people, I think. I get so many wonderful comments and wonderful people like you asking me these questions. I forget about the hate. It's just kind of a part of this process. If you're gonna start uploading to YouTube, expect that, because it's inevitably going to happen. Stay grounded and remember why you're doing this. I think confidence plays a big role in it. If you're confident, if you know that what you're doing is right and that you're doing your best and you're being who you are and being true to yourself, fuck the haters, That's what I say. Second half of her question, when do you want to quit YouTube? I don't think I'm ever going to quit YouTube per se. I'm always going to be putting new videos up. But I guess what you mean is, weekly videos. I'm gonna continue uploading videos on a weekly basis for as long as I feel like I need to. But I think at a certain point when I start touring, it's not gonna be so frequent. I don't think I want to be doing cover songs and videos forever, but it's done such wonderful things for me so far that I think, it wouldn't be smart to be like, I'm done. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever quit YouTube formally. I will be here forever in some capacity. I don't think I'll make covers forever is what I'm saying, I guess. Lee Amber asks, can you sing in your best man voice? I gotta sing Rent. I gotta sing Tom Collins. Live in my house, I'll be your shelter. Cam.Swan asks, who inspired you to start making vids on YouTube? I would have to say the first person that inspired me to really make like a real thing out of YouTube was Kina Granis. She was one of, I think, the trailblazers when it came to people starting careers, music careers on YouTube, and so she was probably the first artist that I really started following. Finally, we're moving on to Twitter. @21GunAlien asks, do you like breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Pick one or else. Dun dun dun. I would say all, but she seems like she doesn't mess around. I'm gonna have to say dinner. I think my favorite foods are foods that occur around dinner time. Foods that occur. What? @X, lowercase x, alien girl, lowercase x, capital X, asks, what is your favorite song? I would have to say my favorite song is Falling Slowly by Glenn Hansard. And I am his penguin. Guys, your names are the best things ever. Who would you say is your all-time favorite band? My favorite band would probably have to be the Foo Fighters. I love Dave Grohl. He's one of my idols. I've had so many dreams about Dave Grohl, like, it sounds really creepy. But I seriously have a recurring dream in which I'm wearing my Foo Fighters t-shirt. I'm just confessing to him how much I love him and his work. It's so funny because I am not rock and roll at all. I love artists like Dave Grohl who are in it to keep the art alive. @AthenaBananaB, what's your fave hat? My favorite hat is probably my staple black hat. Yeah, this guy. I wish I had some really cool story about it, like it was a vintage find, just was sitting and I just had to get it. No, I just got it at Forever 21. Yeah, so that just about sums up my little Q&A. It wasn't so little, I talked way too much. If you want to see another Q&A video, send me some more questions and maybe I'll do another one in next week or two. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I will see you on MJ Monday. So, see you guys.